g'day everyone out there on YouTube, if that's how you say it, because this is on behalf of Bedzovsky's channel, and we're having a bit of a Mexican party tomorrow, so gonna have Mexican food, Mexican drinks, Mexican sex, maybe, who knows. Anyway, dirty Sanchez's, whatever. Anyway,
oh, yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to make a really shit basic version of Sangria. So, in order to make Sangria, basically Sangria started with being pretty much making the best out of the shit that they had. So, you know, shit wine that had fermented and didn't do so well, they'd use that. You know, shit fruit that was about to go off, they'd use that. So there's no set recipe for Sangria, it's just basically the shit that is put into one pot. If it doesn't taste good, you add more sugar, it's all good. So, I'm cheating a little bit because I'm lazy. I've got a tin of canned peaches. So, I'm going to do, and I've got this wine. This is Cherry Tree Hill. Now, I went to a wine show in Queensland a couple of months ago, and I bought this wine with a friend of mine. We bought a case of it because it was really good when we tasted. We were quite pissed. However, since we bought it, it's been shit every single bottle. So we must have been way too drunk, and therefore I'm sacrificing this wine to be Sangria wine because I really don't want to drink it any other way. So we're going to start with one bottle, see how we go. You pour that in. This is a Cab Saz, but you can use anything really. Possibly a fruitier wine is better, particularly a Spanish wine from the Rosia region is really good, but we're going to start with this, and it looks like I'm going to need another bottle anyway. But basically this is the night before the party, so start with a bottle of wine. Got some peaches here. Now, preferably fresh is better, but we don't have the time to waste, so I'm going to put a shitload of peach, including the peach juice, in Sangria, because it's basically a punch, right? So we're going to put as much of this as possible, because we want to make another batch. So I'm going to go half of that, right? Now they're in there, give them a bit of a stir around. They're going to infuse with the wine eventually, right? Then I've got a couple of containers here. This is mandarin, which some countries you guys don't have mandarin. Kind of like an orange, but like a bit different flavour. This is again canned, so flavour's not as strong, but I'm going to put this plus the mandarin juice in with it, because it adds some more flavour to it. And I've actually got another one of those, and I'm going to add that in as well. So same thing. Now, because I'm lazy, that's all the fruit I have to put into this first batch. But then the key to this is, depending how strong you want it, this is brandy. And we're going to go half of this in here. This is going to help the fruit candy. No, actually. That's more like most of it. So, since we're there, we'll just do that.
That's like a really good bottle for doing shots out of, because it comes out quick.
And which is the mat. I'll add the second one with the wine. And basically we're going to let this soak overnight in the fridge. Let the fruit give it some flavour. And then just before we serve it, we use a bit of, you can either use carbonated water, lemonade, which we'll probably use lemonade because there's a few girls coming, so it'll be sweeter. Lemonade and ice, has to be ice cold. And then you know, should taste good. We can hope. And basically we add sugar depending on how sweet or sour you want it. And we generally want it pretty sweet. Sangria is pretty sweet. You want it to taste a little bit like wine, but mostly sweet, fruity. They used to use this to hide all the bad fruit. So I'm going to put another bottle of wine in here. Same shit bottle of wine from New South Wales. Just get that on there. Cherry Tree Hill. You guys suck. I did actually speak to the winemaker when I bought this bottle too.
Must have squashed it with his ass. tastes like shit.
I'm going to grab the potato masher. Now this is a bit unorthodox, but since we've put most of this in here, I'm going to put all the juice and peaches in. I'll do a bit of a mash job, you know, just to get some of that flavour, some of those peaches, which I'm probably not even hitting, just a bit mashed up. Because what this is going to do is this is going to sit overnight. This is going to create more flavour, more punch, fruitiness, and just before we serve it, we're going to put some ice and some 7-Up or lemonade in there, and that's just going to make it that extra little bit good. Now, the more we can mash this up, which is going to be near impossible, the better. And hopefully we edit some of this shit out. Because, because nobody wants to get a whole piece of peach in their sangria, really. And I don't, anyway. I'm jerking off the chicken. Yeah! That sort of mashed consistency is what you want in a sangria. This is probably going to be quite a bad sangria, but sangria doesn't have any set recipes, so if it tastes bad, we'll add some sugar. Like that.
Looks about as chunky as the Endless Grind 78.
So, I'm just gonna have a bit of a stir. It's not bad, you know, there's a few chunky bits in there. Probably more than I'd like. I should have processed it first, possibly. But, yeah, I'm just gonna give it a tiny bit of a taste. Tastes like shit. But it'll get you fucked up. Yeah, so you need an alcohol like brandy or whiskey. Brandy's less flavourful, I suppose, so brandy's good to use as an alcohol. That mixes in with there, and then we'll add a bit of lemonade just before we set, bring it up the level up a bit to give it a little bit of fizz, and taste it. If it's no good, we'll add some caster sugar, just get it a bit sweeter, but it's not a bad starting point. That is Dave's recipe for dodgy Mexican sangria from Mexican festivities. You'll see more of this tomorrow on YouTube. Thank you for checking in.